Well, greetings. Thank you for joining us tonight's broadcast. Yeah, brought to you by Fifth Dimension. Somebody is not too pleased with this broadcast. But that's okay. We got candles. Oh, I've got spirit guide in place. So today's subject matter is Reptilian command centers. So, where is that, or where are they? You can kind of look at it like a kind of like Facebook, how they're monitoring everybody. There's actually an article about that. I was gonna put in social network, but I forgot. There's actually a thing about people that moderate Facebook, how they're all losing their minds and things that they see. It's not good stuff. So, with the Reptilian command center, they're obviously involved with causing a lot of difficulties here. So, obviously there are other beings involved, it's not just reptilians, but reptilians always shine a light. So I like the candles because it doesn't feel too good here. I wonder why. Yeah, it's a little bit hot in here. Well, not really, but it feels like there's not a friendly face. Well, there is, but many that aren't so friendly. So I've been connecting with Adam Warlock, the past couple of days. And that's where our Reptilian Command Center came from. And that's the whole thing about Facebook, how they're monitoring. So we're basically obviously in a matrix where we're constantly being monitored, constantly being manipulated through the media, through music, through anything that's popular, basically. At least most things, not everything, but the mainstream. Even Las Vegas is a manipulation, obviously. So there's different places where they are. Some of them are in space, well, they're obviously most are in the fourth dimension, but they're still, they kind of tell us off all the time, and we don't know anything. We're a bunch of cruel animals, basically, the way we treat each other. So this, it's, the reason this is brought up, they're not making this easy, for obvious reasons. They don't want to be known by society. They want to be hidden. That can only last so long. I don't know. What I've learned is like, you know what? You want to bring these beings out from the darkness? Make them mad. There's only just be yourself. And it's kind of like annoy the hell out of them until they just can't take it anymore. Pretty much, that's my job. And I don't think I'm the only one here to do that. So basically piss them off at the level where they just can't keep themselves hidden anymore because they're just so pissed off. I haven't quite reached that there, but we're working on it. So basically, obviously, I want to keep the charade going on. And let's see, I'm kind of debating on where to go with all of this, because I had another subject matter I was going to go into tomorrow, but I might skip that and just go into it today. And we'll do that. But first, I'm gonna do a channeling. Yeah, this isn't going too well. It's like, jeez, they're not impressed. Let's put it that way. But for the Reptilian Command Center, basically, obviously, they know everything about us. They can't come here and control our minds, remove ideas, put ideas into our mind, call it depression. We're basically kind of worthless to them. Meaning that we can't really overpower them. At least, we can, but, they can shut us down, they can put us to sleep, they can wake us up, they can keep you up at night, they can do all da. Just to give you an idea of it. So it makes you wonder, like, what the fuck, how are we going to win this? Well, believe that you can do this. So I'm not sure if this is even going to YouTube. I believe it is. I haven't got an email on it because even when I was setting this up, it got kind of weird. All right, got another. I was gonna go into this tomorrow, but we'll jump right into this. Just give me a second. Well, we'll just do this right. We'll just dive into this real quick. For those that are new to all this, is I'mTyler.com. If you're still here, haven't lost your mind. Whatever this is, calendar, my availability, Google Hangouts, Zoom, and channeling by phone. It's all recorded. So far, recording has gone well. Knock on wood. I'm on 7 days. Actually 8 days. I'm on Sunday still for questions here and here. So just hang in there with me. I have other channels and healers I do recommend. We have the social network. I post a couple of things there if you want to check it out. We also have greatness. Oh, whoops. Okay. CIA Twitter. So, CIA. I was going to make today this the subject matter, but I have another idea. So, the Academy Awards was yesterday, I think. Yeah. And the CIA posted this weird ass tweet about Wakanda technology, basically from the movie Black Panther. It's like, this is a spy agency. What the hell do they care about Black Panther? I haven't seen Black Panther, or maybe I should now. But it's just like, it tells you that, you know, what fiction technology must be real, like they made real in the future. And they said something else here about spy, what help with being a spy, what other alien technology, be able to remotely manipulate objects in distant. It's just, if you go to their Twitter account, you can see this stuff. It's like, yeah, it's weird because all this stuff is true, meaning that these people are accessing this information somehow, you know, well, obviously. So deep state isn't all so secretive. So I mean, come on. I'll go into this a little bit further down the week, but I have another one I want to go on to. But it is not, you know, come on. So if you want to know the Matrix, just check out CIA's Twitter account, and why would they even care about Wakanda? Because they're hiding so much shit. You know, the CIA, the government, and like Hollywood. Hollywood lives in a bubble, right? They kind of like they're disconnected from reality, and so is the news, like CNN, Fox. They're all mind controlled, like you wouldn't believe. Well, yeah, you'll believe. They live in their little bubble. You know, Hollywood lives in their own little bubble. The CIA government lives in their little bubble. Like even the police live in their little bubble. So it's like they're disconnected from reality, basically. Well, a lot of whatever that means, but either way, they live in another universe. Let's put it that way, at least mentally. That was the other thing. If you want to see mind control, can't be 100%. Big surprise! Wow, what a surprise there. Well, welcome back. I don't know if this is recording still. I'm assuming it is. Check the internet. Yep, shut off, and now it's back. Well, welcome back. Hello there. Welcome. This is CIA Disclosure TV. Deep State Disclosure TV. Just lost my connection. We're back. It should be on Facebook. I guess I'll have to like double record these things from now on. So I guess I made somebody mad. No big surprise there. So CIA is listening, obviously, and just showing how much they suck. Wow, am I not surprised? So yeah, if you want to see a bunch of phonies, just look at the Oscars actors that are playing all this nonsense. You want to see MK Ultra and all that. I was going to show it, but it's like, you know what? After gotta love it. Somebody's listening. That's good. That's what we need. I mean, as long as there's got at least one viewer from the U.S. government listening, that's all that matters. You know, they're not going to help them the view count, though. That's unfortunate. So, yeah. Now, I did reptilian bases and all that. I mean, I got convenience stores. Actually, sort of tapped into pretty much everything. Businesses, wherever it is, are tapped into everything. So obviously, they don't run everything, but they are monitoring it. And it's like you're thinking, it's like, how does that work? Well, look at. I mean, I always say use Facebook as an example. Only difference is, like, they were doing monitoring and all that. Only difference is the reptilians are doing all the mind control. You know, press that button to buy stuff. Press this person to give them pain. Press this button to shut off their internet. Press this button to jerk off that they're doing right now. Like I said, it's only so long that they can keep themselves hidden. But yeah, they really jacked off my my internet, that's for sure. I'm just double checking to make sure something's still rolling. So, all right. Glad somebody's listening. Let's see here about the Oscars. Obviously, they're blocking me at any chance they get. But more people take this stuff more seriously. You never know. I might be called a crazy person, but what the hell do people know? I mean, MK Ultra's most in society. And making hell for everybody. But eventually, we're going to let go of the manipulations and see what's going on here. So, like I said, because I'm putting a subject matter of make the alien mad. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. So I got a subject matter I'm gonna go into tomorrow. I kind of give you an idea where the hell I'm going with all this. So tonight is basically, obviously they believe that you can't see us, they're never gonna know us, yada yada yada. Most of society is under control, obvious reasons, but they can only last so long. Eventually, the higher ups in government are going to allow more of the truth to come through. I would assume so. Any time now would be good. Right now would be good. Even if they're going to throw a scandal all around you, at least it's something. At least it puts light on all this. So that, like, there's a channel I'm going to add to my YouTube channel. It's a guy that does telekinesis, and I did a search on YouTube. I cannot find it. Now, I found it through my phone, but when I did a search on YouTube, I couldn't find it. So I had to send myself a link to find it. It's in the social network. So I'm going to tag that too. So, yeah, they're suppressing the shit out of this thing. It might have been on page 3 or 4 or something like that. I didn't check that far, but it should have came right up, and it didn't. So, let's see here. I'm going to cut down to Warlock, see what else I can get from the Reptilians. They're not really giving me a whole lot for obvious reasons. Yeah, they don't want me to go into their garbage, basically. Obviously, they're very connected to the CIA. They do control the CIA through mental energies. Obviously, most of the CIA does not know they exist. But there are areas that do, and they screwed with my internet. So, I don't know what. Obviously, we can't, like, find out who did that and go drive over to their place and knock on the door. Obviously, you can't do that. One day, you never know. I mean, how long can they figure this hiding can go? I mean, obviously go as long as they can, but some of us are going to push their buttons to where, you know. And basically, I guess I'm just being ignored most of the time, so they're not really worried about anything I'm doing for right now, at least. They have psychics that watch what I'm doing or try and predict what the hell I'm up to, so I don't always see my own future for obvious reasons. But reptilian command centers are all around the world, underwater, above the earth, whatever it might be, in other dimensions, obviously. They showed me convenience stores, so obviously it's I don't know, where you get your cigarettes and your candy and whatever the hell it is. They have their reasons for that. They're connected to everything, basically. And the control grid is beyond the NSA. NSA is nothing now. They do tap into the cameras and all that stuff, but they have other means of seeing, obviously. So obviously the White House is what they're watching mostly, because that controls the minds, because it controls the government. You know, they use the government to run the news agencies, at least You know, the news agencies technically runs the government, but however you want to look at it, but it gives the news something to talk about, basically. There's so much mind control there. I mean, let's see. I call it MK Ultra, call it whatever you want. I call it like 50% mind control. Those people don't even have, I'm surprised they even have a pulse, but they're so controlled. I mean, I'm surprised they're not at the robotic level of human. I mean, technically they are, but they're not even, is there even a soul there with some of those people? Not all of them, but the media is like practically soulless. I mean, I would say like 50% soul, other percent is just garbage. Yeah, because I believe most of them are, at least the main ones, are highly taken over. So, is the CIA involved? Of course. Shadow side of it, of course. Whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this is like a nightmare, basically. Our reality is a nightmare. So, I mean, not just to put fear into any of that, but just think of a nightmare scenario. And that is what's going on here. And people call it normal. Murder is normal. Like the moderators on Facebook, they see murder, they see nasty, nasty stuff. And if they flag something wrong, they get penalized and get fired. It can be nothing. It's like they see all this psychotic shit. They don't get paid that much either. It's freaking nuts. They had a whole thing expose on Facebook. I'll post it somewhere if I remember tomorrow. So if people think they're on a new Earth, you might want to recheck that. Reality distortion field must work out really well out there. Maybe too well. It's like shit. New Earth doesn't feel like the new Earth. It feels like the same shit Earth. But that's why I bring up Reptilian command centers and all that. Tap into those bastards. It's like basically I don't think very much of humans. Obviously there are it's not just reptiles, it's all different types. Even turtle beings are there. Basically they think they got a hold over us. They do manipulate Pleiadians and Syrians too, obviously, but not all of them. They do manipulate channelings to a certain degree. It depends on what's going on. Basically, you want to keep you in a bubble. Talk about your spirit guides, talk about chakras, stay out of our business. That's basically it. So what I'm doing is going into their business, because I don't care. If they're going to keep me up all night, I don't care. Just they do manipulate the president on and off to anger him, make him look like a fool, but they don't have full control over him. There are other beings that are assisting for more positive vibrations. Some might different with that. They will obviously control the liberal agenda. Now the liberal agenda is kind of mentally falling apart. They're turning into psychotics, and it's showing the reptilian manipulation that's going on. Not to say the Republicans or anything that anything that great either, but the liberal side is losing its mind. It wants to control humanity. It's doing a hell of a job of it. It's also the manipulators eventually probably show them they're just going to become more psychotic. Like, what's her name that said she was American Indian, whatever it was, Pocahontas? Yeah, so they just lost their fucking minds. I would expect more of that 10 times more in the coming year. They're going to do whatever they can to get attention. They have that new girl that's in Congress that's in the Democratic AOC or something. She's freaking, it's hilarious. Once again, yeah, they've lost their minds. You have to. They'll go insane and get publicity from it, because I believe the dark is truly losing it. Not to say these people are all dark, but they are manipulating the Democratic Party big time. So as for reptilians being seen here is a possibility. I mean, they're all different. There's one you can tap into that will just can't take it anymore. It's like, you pissed us off enough. It's like, I mean, I've seen them in the corner of my eye. I feel their vibrations. I feel like I'm tapping in more into their energy so I can see them. I'm getting more of a vibe that they're around. I'm not on a daily basis, but sometimes it comes in my mind where they are, maybe after the fact where I was. So they're not that clear on their energy just yet, but I'm getting kind of a vibe of their existence here. Let's put it that way. So I don't go to a grocery store and feel them. Oh, they're all over the place. I don't really tap into that, but like, it'll come to mind like where they are. Not exactly where they are, but I feel like like it comes to mind that they're moving around. Let's put it that way. Not exactly a location, but I kind of get a sense of their existence here. Let's put it that way. I'm not looking for it, but it sort of just comes to mind out of nowhere. It's like, okay. So, obviously they're not the only ones manipulating our society, but they play a big role in it. How long can this nightmare go on? We're about to find out. So this is the year of awakening. It's the year of the CIA becoming clean, maybe, of their reptilian mind control and cover-up, possibly. Most society is not believing it, but most society is plugged into a video game or Netflix, which all has alien energies written all over it. So if you connect to it vibrationally, you see a different world. Yeah, it's there just to keep people in a obviously, what is the word? I would call it, it's a meditative. It's not a meditative state, but whatever it might be. But yeah, they're plugged into the. There's another word for it. Anyway. They're plugged into the mind of the matrix, the mind matrix, basically. And people don't believe in all this because you're told not to believe in this. As a kid, aliens don't exist, but you do have toys that are alien, though. Have fun with that. He-Man, She-Ra, Ninja Turtles. Aliens don't exist, but man, it is all around you, though. What the fuck? It's everywhere. Robotech, or look at any Japanese stuff. Captain Marvel has come out, an alien movie. I mean, it's like Star Wars. It's like aliens don't exist, but yet it's in your entertainment. Whatever you say, guys. Whatever you say. So, the next direction. Alright, here we go. We're channeling. I'm not sure how this is going to go because I might get blocked like you wouldn't believe, but we'll see. Alright, much love, blessings. Here we go. I'll also see if I can bring somebody else in real quick. I'll wear myself out. Greetings. I'm Adam. Warlock. Greetings. Reptilian devices, mental, yes, of nanotechnology is in your society as you speak. Yes, it is in the air. It is difficult to connect with, but not hard to shut down. As yes, it is there part of putting thoughts into your mind and changing your vibration to make you have a bad day. Nanotechnology has been on for a long time. Your government, your military, your government is mostly involved. Your shadow government is plugged into it. Of course, they're plugged into a reptilian agenda, and they're not always aware. Meaning, you feel like you're kind of like a baby doll, a robot in this sort of thing. There's reptilian agendas that don't always show themselves to the shadow government. Yes, there's a shadow government that isn't always aware of what else is going on. They might refer to those people or whatever code word they want to use. But they're well aware they do exist, but reptilians don't always appear within the shadow elites. Only when they get very furious, pissed off, whatever it might be, feel like they're losing, having a bad day, having cramps, whatever it might be, they will show themselves. To them, not you. They have a contract with them, so yes, they're running your society. Even Russia, all places. China is a little bit different, but there's different beings there, but still. Russia, they're trying to piss them off. They're trying to start a war basically between the U.S. and the government, and both U.S. and Russia basically. Unlikely to be successful, but they are not making it easy for the positive aliens to operate on your society. They are reptilian beings or archon beings. The archons basically suppress a lot of the reptilians to do harder, work harder, do more. So the archons are actually making a lot of your reptilians more sinister and psychotic than they were before. Keeping your agendas, keeping this vortex going, giving them a high. So you get tortured, they get tortured too. Not all beings are going through this, but many do. So for you to understand unrest here, to unlock your matrix energy, it's not so simple. There's many layers of manipulation as within your energy fields at this time. To remove them isn't, yes, once again, isn't the easiest, but not impossible. follow your instincts, and not be afraid of these beings. As yes, they can fool your society for only so long. Many of you don't want to be fooled anymore, and you're relying on your higher dimensional self. And some, now if you're comfortable with this, is up to you. Some that are already connected to tapping into reptilian energies, yes, you feel their energies coming through you. You kind of know where they're coming from, where they're thinking, and they don't always appreciate that. Sometimes you might even tap into their mindset and see what's happening to them, because many of them are puppets no different than your society. There's always another shadow energy behind another shadow energy. We are reptilians, you have archons, you have somebody else. On and on and on, it goes on and on. But many of you wish a reset. Vibrationally, you are shifting. Everyone's at a different... Not everyone is on a timeline for disclosure. Not everyone wants to see a two-eyed reptilian that looks like it needs a shower. That lasts 10 years. Maybe longer. Yes, they are very mind manipulative, but also they can calm their minds down. Meaning, they're not always so powerful. If you show no weakness, they really have a disadvantage. You know, because they use their looks as intimidation. If you're not intimidated by that, what do they got? Not much. Yes, they might cause you difficulties here and there. You're just waited out until they end it, basically. Yes, they can also call it mental malfunction, body malfunction. But if you're just resisting it, whatever, if you're not afraid of them, they kind of lose entertainment there. And then so they get pissed off and leave, or they ever have a conversation, depending on the being. Realize the less fear you show, the less enjoyment they have even running your planet. It's all on how you look at things. Less fear, more healing, more hugs to some of these beings, as some of them feel like they are the masters of manipulation, and you show you are the master of ending the manipulation and talking to them and reasoning them. But you have to do this spiritually, mentally, physically. It's not the easiest. Spiritually is where they operate. So you show yourself as a spiritual, mature being without the ego. Well, there's always going to be a form of ego. Of course, ego brings you to this area of energy connection. Many of them don't want to talk to humans. This is why I don't have an alien and human interaction. Many of the reptilians are actually afraid, actually. They're not used to humans wanting to talk to them. Yes and no, but more, more you put that energy out there, they're resistance. And yes, they do have fear, because they don't want to lose their control over the planet. But many of you, it's like, we're going to keep persisting until you change your ways. There's only so far as it will last. So there's a lot of galactic alliances allowing more of a change happening. As for when, it is hard to say. Some of you actually put like a bomb energy out there. An energy bomb, an energy wave of healing, and not of narcissistic destruction. That's their world. Your world is more like a wave of a releasing of the old energies. Releasing of the old timelines. Energy wave is probably the better. Bomb is not exactly the best word. An energy wave to heal, to bring in a new timeline where humans and aliens interact. Some of you would come here very alien, and being human is like impossible, being human here. So connecting to these beings isn't all that hard, but yes, very difficult socially. Because it's not something you go to the local bar and start talking about. When the time comes, basically reptilians and other beings, but mostly for reptilians at this time, because they're guarding your matrix. They can turn it on, and we turn it on and off. They can do whatever they want. They're the master manipulators at this time. Yes, with Archon energies. Many of you get furious when humans want to talk to them. They have unpleasantness happen to them. Because it doesn't happen very often. when you truly want to go through their bullshit and actually see them face to face. It's not something they are accustomed to. So, as they want to basically drive you crazy because you're not really having the interaction you want, you become impatient. But if you're patient, that pisses them off even more. If you're persistent and patient, even they get impatient over time. Because you eventually will change their timelines to allow more interaction. Well, the fear no longer exists. Many of you don't have fear at this time. But everybody's meant to break through these dimensions. Your command centers are everywhere. Everywhere you can think there are. Yes, they use nanotechnology all the time to keep themselves out of trouble because other beings are interfering with reptilian agendas, shutting off their satellite technologies, interfering with your internet. So your internet gets affected, the positive beings come in and fix it. So you do have help. You know, it's almost like a police officer. They have to kind of let the bad ones cause some difficulty before the good ones can interact. Now the good ones can interact to a certain degree, yes. But sometimes you need to feel that punch to know you're on track. So you do make, you allow things to occur. It is must for soul growth, but also to show you are and you're going in the right direction. It's kind of like Wizard of Oz. You're following the yellow brick road. Only difference, you change the color of the yellow brick road. The reptilian brick road you are changing, and you're removing all the symbolism of manipulation, and you just want to be free. And that is the idea of doing all of this. Yes, unusual, but not entirely. It is a magic. You're using your own magic and changing timelines. It's basically feeling more of your alien friends and foes that you are going in the right direction. As basically as the fourth dimension is connecting to many alien beings and being cool with it. Like this reptilian manipulation, you're here to face it and heal it and shut it down for yourself and for others. But in a calm fashion, not in a war fashion. War does not work, as you can see. So if you just face them, it's only so far they can go. Because the less fear you show, the galactic forces that are bringing positive assistance here will change. Will be assist with changing timelines to heal those servers. So we don't have a timeline exactly when this will occur. Just say go in the direction you feel is right. These beings aren't as sophisticated as you might think. Yes, there might be a lot of darkness on their world, on your world, that shows their imperfections. They're showing their imperfections, and there's a lot of it here, as you can see. It brings out your imperfections because they want to make you feel like you're a zero here. You want everyone to feel like you're a decayed zero, you don't mean anything. And when you clear all that, you see their imperfections. The beings are causing difficulties. You see their problems, their insecurities. And then you have your new earth. Eventually. Blessings to you. Alright, we'll just leave it at that. Whichever one. Hopefully this went out alright. Alright, take care.